Where's you at?
Ian Brady was born in Glasgow, Scotland on January 2nd, 1938. He was prone to temper tantrums and was slow to integrate with his peers. Brady was a troubled child and served prison time as a teenager for burglary and petty crime. After being released from incarceration in November of 1957, Ian employed at different manual jobs for short periods until he took a job as a stock clerk at a Manchester firm, where he met Myra Hindley, his partner in crime. Hindley was soon completely under his control, dressing and styling herself to please him, accepting his extreme political views and even posing for pornographic pictures. Together, Ian Brady and Myra Hindley killed a total of 5. All the victims were children, aging up to 17 at the oldest, who were kidnapped, raped, or beaten, and then buried at the Moors, all between 1963 and 1965. October 6, Myra's brother-in-law, David Smith, witnessed Brady and Hindley on their 5th murder with 17-year-old Edward Evans. While the couple joked about the murder, they mentioned the other 4 bodies buried in the Moors. Smith, concealing his horror of the same happening to him, helped cleaning up the mess before returning home and reporting to the police. The police were convinced by Smith and found the body of Evans in an upstairs bedroom at the Brady's home and arrested Brady immediately. Hindley was detained 4 days later when police found documents in her car describing in detail how she and Brady had planned to carry out the murder. Police were able to pinpoint where Brady and Hindley had buried their victims and dug up the bodies of the children. With a continued police search of their home, police found a left luggage ticket leading to a locker at Manchester Central Station, where police found sadistic gadgets, deriving pleasure from inflicting pain and suffering, and pornography, including photos of Leslie Ann bound and gagged in Hindley's bedroom, as well as a tape recording of a young girl crying and begging for her life. May 6, 1966, Brady was found guilty of the murders of Leslie Ann Downey, John Kilbride, and Edward Evans, while Hindley was found guilty of the murders of Leslie Ann Downey and Edward Evans, and also for harboring Brady and the knowledge that he had killed John Kilbride. They were both jailed for life, with a minimum recommended sentence for 30 years, for what are now today known as the Moors murder. Ian Brady was an organized serial killer. His crimes were all done in the same way and were very neat. Each of his crimes involved someone young, who him and his lover, Myra Hindley, then kidnapped, beat, raped, or hurt in some way, and then buried in the same location, Saddleworth Moor, also making him a stable serial killer. He left nothing behind and cleaned up his crimes very well. Ian Brady was both hedonistic and power-oriented. Like stated above, after killing 17-year-old Edward Evans, the couple joked about the mess they had made. They also taped their victim, 10-year-old Leslie Ann Downing, when she was crying and begging for her life, as well as taking pictures. Brady was power-oriented because he had beat and raped his victims, giving him a sense of dominance, as well as stating earlier that Myra Hindley was completely under his control, dressing and styling herself to please him, accepting his extreme political views, and even posing for pornographic pictures. I believe Ian Brady did it for pure pleasure in having the experience. Brady described his crimes as recreational killing, and that a criminal is going to gain from the crime he's going to commit. He is giving a value to the person he's going to kill. And when asked what that value was, Ian replied, existential experience. Brady had no reason to kill like a visionary or a mission-oriented serial killer. He just killed because he wanted to do so. So he did.